Welcome back to Homebody, everybody. I am recording this literally after just finishing recording the previous episode. I am right at the end. I'm so pumped to finish this and to play this game. Just a reminder, this was mentioned at the beginning of the last episode. I have a little walkthrough right here because I want to finish this up, and I actually have the solution pulled up for this because I just want to beat it, and I'm right at the end, and I know that I can just because the only two things left are the code for this and the PSI pump in the basement, and they have to be done by certain time benchmarks in the game to get the end game. So instead of fumbling around with them, I have the solution for both this and the pump in the basement. We're just gonna go do them. This we learned last time is hold on, what's the solution? You have to spell it stay 8712. Now once the lightning strikes, there will be a unit of power for the accumulator. So this is the lightning rod. We knew how to solve that because we found a thing in the basement with the code stay. And then when we opened that, we learned from... Anything creepy in this room? We learned the letters are right there. They correspond to those numbers. Instead of moving them one at a time, going up and down to check them. 8712 spells out stay. The next thing we have to do, is we have to go turn on the two generators, because we need to turn on all three sources of power. One is the lightning rod, which has to be set up before 9:15 when the lightning strikes. The other is this pump. Three, four, five, six, 7. At the end of this is a generator, and then there's the generator in the maze. We already have the thing to the door, so we can just go in and flip that on. I swear to God, if there's something scary, I will cry. The guy doesn't tell me if it's scary. Wait, was this not right? I'm so angry. I'm so annoyed. Hey. I'm so annoyed. Do you hear it, Emily? What? This feeling? Being alive? There's a vibration, a hum to it that I've never noticed before. It's getting quieter now. Maybe you've noticed the big pump in the basement always puts out PSI that's too high. If the big pump drains all the fluid from the main tank in the garage, and you need to change how much fluid is in the tank, you want to reach the required PSI. You want a bigger hint than that? No. I believe in you. I don't understand you. If you know all this, why won't you just tell me exactly what I need to know? Why don't you just help me out of this mess? I don't know anything you don't know. Think of me like a college professor, professor who's staying one step ahead of their class. I'm making this all up as I go along. I don't know shit. Then neither do I. So what I needed to do, apparently, is I needed to do this first. And that drains some of the PSI from the basement. Give me one moment while I have to go do the lightning rod again, and then we'll be right back. All right, now theoretically, this is correct. The anticipation as this very slowly goes. Oh, thank God. Oops. Next button I wanted to push. Inspect cable. It's the mall. Or what we perceive as the mall. Look at the silly chicken. The silly chicken looks this way. Alright. Turn on the generator. Kind of freaky being in the mall again. Kind of freaky that the mall exists under this rural house in Pennsylvania. Honestly, that sounds par for the course for Pennsylvania. Teehee. Chicken. Alright. Now I just need to go do the last one. Oops. Thankfully, this just involves me going over here and hoping to God that there's nothing creepy with this very obviously creepy room. All right, last one. All right, now we need to go upstairs and get ready to flip the switch. I swear to God, if I die on the way, I'm going to be so upset. Yeah, because the killer does show up now. I'm going to have to... I signed your copy. Sorry, I didn't mean to click through that so quickly. You did a really great job. Your paintings are amazing. I'm being nice. Well, I can hear him breathing closer. Time is stopped, right? It's very disconcerting to hear him. All right. God damn it. I don't want to click on these things. I was holding my breath the entire way, hoping I didn't run into the stupid killer trying to get up here. Emily? Francine? I didn't mean to scare you. What are you doing up here? The lamp in the study broke again, and I knew you were up here. We need to talk before you do something rash, Em. There are other things we can do, other options. I mean, for God's sake, Emily, look at that thing. Do you really think it can solve all your problems? What other choice do we have? Do you think you know how to get out of this? No, Emily, I'm telling you, neither of us do. Maybe there is no way out. Oh, it changed her dialogue. Did you hear the wah? I think I first clocked it when you convinced Cliff to get on your good side. I couldn't believe you had managed to get him out of his sulk. And for a moment there, I had like a glimmer of... I'm so sad I gave her a Valley voice when she's so important. I had like a glimmer of hope that there was this progress for both of us. That like maybe you would help me figure out how to get out of here. But nope, you're still you. But I'm begging you, don't let it come to this. Why trust a weird old man and his weird old machine? Listen, I don't want this fight to end. I want to stay ugly because it's something. But we need to get out of here, Francine, one way or another. We don't know what it'll do. It could ruin everything. As if everything wasn't already ruined enough. This could be the end, Emily. Shit, watch out. Francine, I'm sorry. Got an achievement called the Acclimator. Another fine mess you've gotten yourself into. All the relevant characters all have weird voices. What did I do to myself? Go to hell. Pete could be pretentious sometimes, but he didn't talk like the goddamn great Gazoo. Nest made it sound like you're not really you. And you're gonna trust him? You took the time to turn on his machine. Look how much good that did you. Seems like it worked out okay. I'm still here. Barely. You can keep coming back like this forever. Turn on the accumulator almost bled this place dry. I thought the accumulator created this place. The accumulator couldn't create shit. It's a wooden box attached to one of those static electricity machines from the Science Museum. At least it was. The decades of obsession Ness put into it turned into a ticking time bomb. The raw energy of it almost killed this place. So if this place dies, what happens to us? Do we get set free, or what? How do you define free? Don't start with me. Truthfully, I don't know. The strength that's keeping you here is given out, but so is the strength that's keeping here. When that strength is finally gone, I don't know if you're no longer here, or if you go out with the rest of what's here. If that makes sense. Makes about as much sense as any of the rest of this stuff. I don't think I'm going to be able to talk to you again after this. I don't think I'll be able to do anything after this, since there'll be a quiet moment before the thought of the house intrudes again. Do you have anything you'd like to know? What is the thing that keeps killing us? It's a symptom, a side effect. So are you. Though you have a little more of a sense of self than the homunculus does. Well, who are you really? For all the intents and purposes, I'm Pete. What happens to you now? I don't know. That one's a little beyond me. There's a threshold I'm aware of. I can hear it. I can barely hear anything else. I'm really scared. No, I'm not ready to cross it, but I don't have any choice. Still, it was good while it lasted. It was nice meeting you. Shucks. Real, why are you helping me? Like I said before, why do you think I want to hurt you? Because you've had me and my friends trapped in a hellish memory with a meat monster that keeps killing us? I didn't create the house. I didn't create you or the memory or the meat monster. These things just flow through me. I don't want any of this for you. I don't want anything. You didn't create the killer, who did? I don't know. Entropy? What is up with all these evasive answers? I can't believe Nest was more forthcoming than you. Nest just has a way with words, I guess. Alright. I feel like I'm starting to fade. I don't have the choice not to bring the house back again. The house, all of you that night, gravity of it is too great, greater than me. Why? I don't know. Seems pretty pointless if you ask me. It's been created and destroyed and recreated before. This time, it's taking longer. I don't know how many more times it can happen again. Take care. Meat house. That's a very cool visual. The house reforming. Hey. Hey. I'm I'm about to head out of town, and I didn't want to leave without checking on me. Without checking on me? I still had a little P in there. Yeah. Do you, like, want to come in? How's your head? Oh, it's fine. I didn't even end up spending the night. When I, like, got home, I passed out, like, immediately. But I kept waking up. Something about being told you could die in your sleep really gives you a fit full of dreams, you know? Anyway, the doctor said I could sleep, so I've been working on it all day. Got my sleepy time tea. Should be fine. She just said avoid caffeine now and, like, strenuous mental activity, I guess. Gosh, Francine, I just wanted to say that I'm... hold on. Are you here to apologize? You feel sorry for what? I don't know. I guess just watching you falling, I couldn't help but think I could have done something about it. About what? Fiberglass hot dog collapsed. I got a concussion. It wasn't the end of the world. I really thought that hot dog could hold our weight. I did too. You could have broken your neck. But I didn't. You came with me to the ER. You were like there for 3 hours. People have aneurysms, sometimes hours later. People hit their heads going upstairs and die after a week with no warning. Emily, you seem really worried about hitting your head walking upstairs. This is not the first time I've heard you like this. I just, like, remember you having a better handle on this stuff. What's going on? I think I might be experiencing some cognitive decline. What are you talking about? I don't know. I think I'm just in town to see some fucking shooting stars or whatever. Meteor shower, and I'm stuck in this part of the process where my friends and I are like strange. Oh my god, do we have Alzheimer's? Is that what this is? Oh my god, do we... Holy shit. Are we old? Because that's been the underlining theme for this whole thing, is aging and, you know, having an illness and being able to... We keep restarting the day. We keep being trapped in this thing, and the game keeps being like, oh, is it Nest or is it us? We caused this. And we keep looking at our friends and like, oh, I don't know them anymore. Are we an old person or are a young person? Because one of the other things they said in the game is they can start young. And we have Alzheimer's? The ice never breaks. I can't get through to anyone. Stuck in a time loop and keep living the same nightmare over and over. And I can say it now. Same night where everything sucks, even before a mass murder monster comes and kills us. So absurd that I start to think it must not be happening. I assume it just has to end somehow, that it was never real in the first place. But no, there is a mass killer, and it's some kind of Groundhog Day thing. But then even that isn't true. Some kind of nasty fake reality we're in. I don't know. And I'm like, is there just something fucked up about me? Did I do something to deserve this? Like, I created that thing, didn't I? Willed it into being? Or is it just in my head and I'm unconscious in a car at the bottom of a ravine? Did I slip in the fucking shower or something? Emily, you can't... The worst thing about all this is I don't even know if anything is special about it. Maybe this is just normal disillusionment. Emily, we're trapped in a time loop and there's a knife-wielding monster that keeps killing us. I know, it sucks. And it's my fault. Your fault? The alternate reality and the murderer? How? I'm obsessed with this shit. The past, I can't let it go. I mean, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like the hot dog thing, it was stupid. Yes, blindingly, astoundingly stupid. but something about this night, when I left your apartment, whenever the hell this actually happened, I remember the look you were giving me, like future uncertain, anything could happen stuff, and I fucked it up. Hermitated myself away and didn't talk to you or anyone. I let it all slip. I lost my best friend over nothing. After the night at the hospital, I told myself I wasn't going to depend on anyone ever again. I wasn't going to caretake or be taken care of. I went all in on me. And when I saw you again at Ness's house a year later, I realized it was working. I guess I wasn't angry. Didn't feel passionate about not having heard from you. It was just a matter of fact. Francine, you don't have to apologize. I'm not apologizing. I did what was right for me. I decided I wasn't going to give you or my dad or my landlord, who needs to come inside my apartment for half an hour to tell me he's raising my rent. I decided I wasn't going to give anything more time or thought than I could spare. I did everything I could. I started waking up at 6 a.m., meditating for an hour. I upped my therapy to as many times a week as my insurance would allow. And when I lost that insurance, I found free counseling services that did that as much as I could. I put all of my energy, everything I had, into the thought of a future where I felt whole. Since you weren't there to carry me, I decided it was time to self-actualize. I made a full-time job of just trying to be happy, and I'm still not. It wasn't enough to maintain. The yearning's still there. There's a sense that whatever used to make life magical is just gone now. You can't remember what it was, so you invent things. It was a video game you loved, a Halloween bucket for McDonald's, or maybe it's a plan you make, some future time where you imagine you'll feel exactly like you used to. The reality is, these things are changing, but nothing is changing faster than you are. The days are shorter now and you're in pain and there's somebody with a knife coming for you. Don't hit your head on the stairs. I'm so goddamn sick of living in the past. That sounds pretty healthy. Then why does it hurt so much? Not everything feels good all the time. So, we're not really here, are we? I don't think so. I think the house trip was probably a long time ago. Wherever we are, we gotta figure out how to get out. All the flashbacks are part of the illusion too. They've all just been a little off, you know? Right. The abstract landscapes and the pink flesh monsters and the meat world can't all be memory distortion. Feels good to be able to talk about it. It does. Shit. Ow. My God, are you okay? Oh, we're all bleeding from our heads. Nah, it's fine. I'll get a towel. Ow. Yeah, ow. Haha. What an awkward way for me to read that line. I guess it's kind of pathetic that we weren't able to let any of this go, huh? Yeah, I wonder when this actually is. Present, I mean. It's sad if this is happening, like a year after the trip to Ness's house. Way sadder if it's like 5 years later. Or if it's been decades and this is hell. Pretty boring hell. We're gonna die in this place, aren't we? Probably. I mean, permanently. For real this time. Probably. Like, probably. Meet people, meet people. All right, we are on to the final puzzle. You see the little red splotches? I wonder if those have been supposed to be guiding me this whole time. I just never noticed them. The final puzzle. Huh. A bunch of little rectangles labeled with the names of the rooms throughout the house. So this, if you recall, there's the elevator in the basement that we've done nothing with. And above it are a series of lights. 144 or 1531 or whatever the hell we're looking at right now. I'm not looking at the screen. I'm looking dramatically at OBS like I'm looking at you guys. These correspond to the light switches that have been in every room that have had no purpose that we've played with a couple times. Okay. I've definitely seen this before. All right, so we're going top to bottom. Everything in this house is even more worse off. Come on, Emily. The controls in this game have been my biggest gripe. Oh, the store is open now. Thanks. Like, I have to swap. Okay. Like, I have to swap between click controls and then the WSD, the WASD controls. Because some scenes are great, some are terrible. Attic has to be on. Main bedroom. And, okay, there's 2 bedrooms, though. Study and bedroom, I'm guessing, are these. Okay, one thing at a time. That's really cool that that's just gone. Stare at void. Jesus, what's going on up here? The thing that's been growing in the sky? It's not the moon. Some kind of hole. I was hoping we could just turn the accumulator and end this place. Need to talk to Francine about this. Nah, we're just going to solve the puzzle. Nope. Flip switch. On. Come on. Off. Bathroom. I don't know why I read bedroom 3 times. So bedroom is off. Right? I already forgot. Bedroom is off. Study and bathroom are on. Oh, hey, Francine's back. We gotta talk to Francine. Francine! Hey, Emily. So, like, we're back? Yeah. I was kind of hoping we'd just wake up, like, in our bed somewhere. Free from this. Same. But, hey, we're not dead. Guess we have to figure out how to get out of here for good. Let's try. By the way, I'm sorry about that business in the attic. The fight over the accumulator. Francine, you don't have to apologize. I mean, Jesus, I don't know what I was doing. That thing could have killed us. Yeah, well, it didn't. And at the end of the day, like, what other options did we have? Sure. Pete, whoever Pete is. You were talking to Pete too, right? Yeah, at least it looked like Pete. But I don't know. It's like he's busted or something. He used to be a little more him. Since you showed up, he's gotten fuzzier. Anyway, Pete said that turning on the acclimator at full power almost killed this place. So I guess I had the right idea? Too bad it's gone now. Sucked into the void or whatever. You saw that, huh? The attic? Yeah. What the hell's going on up there? I think that the full moon that's been above us the whole time is actually some kind of void. It's getting bigger as this place dies? Crap, what are we gonna do? I'm gonna try to figure this out. Let me know what you find. Okay, this needs to be on. That's on. Excuse me. Living room and dining room on. Is that the fucking killer already? I hear him in the background. Living room, dining room. Foyer and kitchen are off. So this room needs to be off. Foyer and kitchen. And this needs to be turned on. Oh, there was a little meat person. No. God fucking damn it. I hate these controls so goddamn much. All right, hold on. I need to take a break. Okay, kitchen needs to be off. Sorry, I had to step away knowing that the killer is already active and I'm going to have to avoid him, and then having that thought process and then immediately misclicking on that fucking door for the millionth time, the number of times that I've cut out me doing that from this playthrough, my biggest gripe is that door. Kitchen is off. Dining room, I don't know what the difference is. The dining room is on, but the kitchen is off. So this must be dining room. No, this is the kitchen. What's the dining room? Nope, you have no faces, I just realized. Nope. That was really close. Cellar and waiting room off. This is the cellar. God damn it. Cellar and waiting room off. The art studio needs to be turned on. Is he right behind me? I'm gonna be so upset. 2 on, 2 off, 1 on. Oh, hello. God, these controls, man. These controls. I'm so annoyed. I'm so annoyed. Okay, apparently that side room is the dining room. Alright, hold on. What is this? Bathroom study on. Other rooms off. Bathroom study on. This room was off. This room is off. This room is on. Foyer is off. Kitchen is off. Living room, dining room, and garage are on. Living room, dining room. So this needs to be on. Nope, this needs to be on. Right, kitchen. Kitchen needs to be off. Garage needs to be on. I almost clicked in the wrong fucking spot again. This needs to be off. This needs to be off. Art studio needs to be on. And we have an elevator. What? I guess we'll go to the only one that works. It's my bedroom. Examine package. Package from Francine. Hey, it's 12 a.m. She sent it like a week after I moved. Keep meaning to open it. Notes to myself. This is Laura's room. Where's Laura? Can I turn this on and then blow us up? Examine door. This is all so unnerving. Just being in a different environment and having all my normal controls. Cleaning this area up was a lot of work. It was like pulling teeth, but it felt like a good first step. Like the rest would follow. Can I interact with any of this? It's an unopened package from Francine. I let it sit for months. Well, open it. This is Laura's room. Took me a long time to finally take the sign down. Sticky notes. They're all from me. Some of these are really passive-aggressive. In retrospect, this seems kind of excessive. Alright, we got a meat door over there. We'll go check that out in a second. Did this take me back? Okay, it's locked. Oops. I understood why Laura moved out, but still felt really bad. Alright, to the meat door. Exposed muscle, breathing slowly. Is this place alive? Made out of meat? Barely stand to think about it. Alright, in we go. Jesus, I really let this place fall apart. Let's examine the bloody scissor. Half a pair of scissors. There's some blood on the blade, like somebody cut themselves breaking them apart. Francis, I'm so glad I just unloaded all my boxes of books. I gotta give you some of these because this awful reading habit of mine makes moving miserable. It's crazy that I can be doing work and know that within 5 minutes you're puttering around doing your thing. Congrats on the real actual book you illustrated, by the way. I know that was always a dream of yours. I'm so proud of you. Look at us, two adults with jobs and apartments in the same city. Come check out my dinky little apartment. I want to see your dinky little apartment. I want to see Laura again. Go to the museum or the movies or get drunk and play pinball. F. A growing pile of mail. What a mess. Oh, we gotta go into Laura's room. Okay, well this takes us all the way around, which is not what I meant to do. Some of these are in handwriting I don't recognize. In fact, they're not even my words. Sticky notes everywhere. Okay, I gotta do this because, again, I can't click. Okay, there's nothing here to interact with. Again, thoroughly enjoying this game. It's just the controls are frustrating. What was that? There's a thing up there. Okay. Sticky notes everywhere. These are in my hand. Okay, it's just the same. It's turning gray. Dying. This place is on its last legs. Yeah, it's the blue lab coat. We don't have long left. Into the door. scratches. Was that thing trapped down here? Bunch of torn up sheets and bandages and paper, all torn up and mixed together. Is the killer living here? It's kind of pathetic. That thing, the killer, just kept banging at the walls trying to get out. Did we have agoraphobia? There's a lot of like, could it be this? Could it be that? Is it us? Emily! Sorry about the mess? I don't really think it's this bad in real life. Where'd the killer go? It has to be looking for us, right? Not anymore. Saw the door was open and made a break for it. I don't think it liked being here either. Things are going wild above. You should see it. Up above? You can't go back up there. You'd rather take your chances out there? Good point. It's not a wild, classical haunted house anymore. It's just a house. Just a normal house with a normal attic. Yeah, after you went down that elevator, I kind of lived and died a few more times and... Geez, really? Yeah, don't worry about it. But every time I came back, it seemed like the house was changing. I got a little smaller, less colorful, a little sadder. More like I actually remember it. Let's take a look around, I guess? Knock yourself out. Let's read this letter. Parker, I'm watching the sunset over the lake as I write this. The garden I told you about has finally begun. It has finally begun to pay off. Zucchinis are just beginning to flower. My tomato plants are bearing big, misshapen fruit. My basil is coming a bit wimpy this year, but it does just fine for a light caprese salad on a night like this. I think back on the dinky little garden I tried so hard to cultivate on your side of the yard that summer, where everything I planted was choked out by the single rogue watermelon vine, and how we checked on that wayward little watermelon every day, joked about the seed-spitting contest we'd have when it was grown, and of course those rat bastard squirrels beat us to the punch. When we found that hollowed-out rind, you were crying laughing, and I was just plain crying. Such a silly thing. Speaking of silly things, have you heard from any of the old gang lately? You'll never believe it, but I find myself getting lonesome out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure you understand the feeling. It's a joy to live alone, yes, but I find myself missing the sounds of poorly picked guitar in the early mornings, the inexplicable clunks in the bowels of the house, the smell of the damp cellar mixed with clove cigarettes, the art projects, the experiments, the conversations we all had just sitting on the steps outside, arguing about nothing. Kids sometimes come down to the shore off my property and smoke grass. The smell drifts up here and drives me crazy with nostalgia. They believe they're being sly, and I'm happy to let them think so, just as long as I can enjoy their distant laughter and fun. It makes me miss you, and that old house, and those people very much. I wonder if we could corral all the old folks back together for some sort of reunion, an exchange of ideas as we would have called it then. It would be lovely to see some familiar faces again and do, well, whatever it is we aging punks do with ourselves now that we're no longer cool or relevant. Not that we ever really were anyway. So enough of my navel gazing. Are you well? What are you working on? Tinkering with? Is that cat still hanging around your back door? Do you have any books to recommend? Please drop me a line whenever you find the chance. I do so love to pick that strange brain of yours. Warmly, C. Clara. I found these while cleaning, and since I'll be around the post office today, I wanted to take a moment to send them to you. They're from another time, but I somehow still think of us as these feeble lines and hands that drew them. Guess this is an old Grubsoft game. Looks scary. Alright, I guess we check out the acclimator. A wooden box with a switch and a light bulb. This is the acclimator, I guess. I guess it's an accumulator, but it's accumulator. I've already said it wrong so many times that it doesn't matter. From before Nest Obsession made it messed up mad science machine. So I guess when we're ready, you just flip the switch on the accumulator. Wait, that's the accumulator? Looks like a closet. Yep. Here it's just a totally normal, creepy old pseudoscience box. Jeez. Why not give it a try, I guess? It worked last time. What happened with the others? The other kids? They all disappeared. Not long after you went in the elevator, they were just gone, and then the elevator came back and the killer got in and went after you. That's when the house started to change. What happened to this place? I have no idea. I mean, I guess I have some idea. You saw it. It was falling apart. Feels like it shed the layers we had put on it. Like it turned back into Nest's house as it actually was. Without all the emotional burden we had put on it. Exactly, I guess. By the way, what was the deal with those fleshy little creatures? Little jiggly things in Nest's house. Thought they were kind of cute. God, I wish I knew. They sort of reminded me of the killer. Bipedal flesh lumps kind of going through the motions of human behavior. But like, baby. Almost like the killer had more reference material to pull from. There was this time when one had gotten injured and was dragging itself toward me, whimpering and stuff. Started nuzzling against my leg like it wanted me to pet it, so I did, until it died. I think that might have messed me up more than some of the times I watched you guys die. What did its skin feel like? Like wet velvet. Who would have guessed this whole place was made out of meat? Definitely not me. Do you think this place has been making us out of the same stuff? No, I refuse to entertain this possibility. Anything happened to Nest? In my heart of hearts, I think I'm kind of charmed by him in spite of everything. I want to hope he got older and wiser somehow. There's a letter over there from Clara. The tone is like she's a little older and wiser herself. Sounds like Nest got back in touch with her at some point. And she's not replying like he's a preening obnoxious jerk. So I guess he did something right. That's pretty heartening. Clara seems genuinely interesting and sweet. I feel weirdly attached to this idea of her. Which might just be Nest's idea of her. Speaking of Nest's ideas, did you read his doofy sci-fi? Oh yeah, very bad. I can see the pamphlet now. Are you at risk of becoming a baby man? See anything interesting in the sky? No, you don't. Go inside. The drawing of it is like an old cigarette ad looking guy with lightning shooting out of his eyes, like an old prog rock album cover. And the drawing's bad. And then the drawing is really bad. I miss you. I missed you too, dummy. Even if he only had a little time left, I hope that after all this, he figured out how to stop being a shut-in. I hope that after all this, I figured out how to stop being a shut-in. You're never too old to not figured any fucking thing out, I guess. I always thought you had it more figured out than me. Well, I'm glad the elaborate ruse of my entire personality worked. What even happened to the other kids? I guess the same thing that's about to happen to us? Yikes. Did you ever end up working your shit out? I don't know. Maybe. I like the thought of it. Me too. Did you ever hash things out with Laura? I don't remember. I hope she found a better roommate at least. Do you remember anything that happened after this? I don't. I don't even know what year it is. I'm ready to go. I am too. Let's get together soon. Oh, god damn it. It changed it. One last... It was good seeing you. No, it wasn't. Oh, we're not an old lady. I'm actually happy about that. It would have been a very sad end if we were just old and our whole life was gone. You know what I mean? We finally stepped outside. What a good game. What a fun little game. I guess the first question was any of it real? What happened to Pete? So my takeaway, my understanding of what I've just experienced is that the house, this living, breathing thing, I don't know if any of the science was real or if that was that we saw it that way because Nest saw it that way. But my understanding, if I'm reading all this right, is that the house represented the emotional burden, the residual energy of a place. You know, there's a theory that our understanding of ghosts is just energy that we have expended still playing itself out. Because energy is neither created nor destroyed, it's always transferred. And all we are and all life is just a series of energy and impulses. So my understanding is that the house, what remained of it was all of the leftover pent-up energy that Nest had poured into it through his whole life. I don't know how old he was when Clara moved out exactly, but from that probably until the day he reconnected with her. Decades, maybe. I'm really interested in your thoughts. What was your takeaway from the story? What was your favorite parts? I'll tell you what my favorite part wasn't. It was clicking around in the goddamn garage. Overall, I really enjoyed this game. Thank you for going along this ride with me. We'll be playing a new game soon. And if you like the video, like, comment, subscribe, all the typical YouTube stuff. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.